This is how I made 22K with a random watch from TEMU. So I hope my audio quality is not too bad. We're on the AirPods here, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I don't have my mic set up or anything. The desk setup's pretty ghetto now, but let's not worry about that. Let's get straight into the case study here. So 22K USD. This is my account right here. You guys can go look at it. I'm probably gonna rebrand this and use it for niche growth because it gets healthy views and it'll be easy to blow up. We'll get into that later. I'm gonna talk about niche growth and prime.gs and branding and everything. So we have three different categories here. Okay. Um, One is for later, a little secret category, and then we got branding and creatives. Creatives, there's not that much. Branding is pretty much the bulk of how I actually made this money. So let's get in that. First time using Miro, by the way, so don't flame me, bro. All right, this is just a normal mechanical watch. This is the prod, by the way. Um, this is the random watch from TEMU that made me 22K. Now, to explain this, the reason why I chose this and stuff, if you guys saw the V12 engine watch, right? You know what I'm talking about. That shit was popping. I was gonna order that, but it was actually out of stock on AliExpress and Temu, so I couldn't grab it. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I want the prod now. I'm gonna find a different watch. I'm gonna find a new marketing angle to market this watch and so I can compete, right? Because if I have a new version, a new product, and a new marketing angle, how can I not compete, right? It makes sense, and that's exactly what I fucking did. So I ordered this watch, and my idea was to brand it as the manual transmission watch, right? If you know cars, car lovers are very passionate. A lot of car people are very passionate about manual transmissions. The car niche is already very passionate, and then on top of that, you add manual transmission. So it's a very, very, very passionate niche. That's one reason why I did it. Um, and basically, I just said that since it's a mechanical watch, right, or it's a skeleton, you can see it's a mechanical skeleton watch. You can see it's open, right? Like you can see all the gears and shit inside the watch working. So my marketing was, um, this is the first mechanical or manual transmission watch, right? The gears inside embody the manual transmission, and that was my whole marketing angle, and it fucking worked. It worked great. So what it resulted in, bro, this mirror board is so ass. My bad, y'all. It resulted in a branded feel, right? My brand name was the IG handle was Measure Collection, right? But it was Measure Watches. And I did that because the AliExpress, I don't know if you guys can see that here. Um, I can't make it any bigger. But the AliExpress or Temu name, the brand name was actually Measure, right? So it already looked like it was branded. That was inside the glass too. So it really looked like a branded product. That helped, and I did that for that reason. I was also the first one on this prod, so it made it easy to do that. So that resulted in a branded feel along with the manual transmission, something that was completely not done before um, for any form of prod. That angle has never I've never seen the manual transmission car guy angle hit before, and it works. You know what I mean? So it gives the customer a lot of conviction with the branded logo inside here, and then it also hits a very, very passionate audience. Like I said, the car niche already very passionate audience. On top of that, the manual transmission lovers. Um, it just works great. And all those things combined, it's a fucking money printer. You know what I mean? Simple. Money printer, passionate niche, simple. Okay. Now the next thing we're gonna talk about, this is quick. This isn't gonna be super long case study. It shouldn't be. 4 minutes in, we're locked in chat. Uh, we got creatives. Okay. So basically, when you pick up a new prod, what you should do is for your first week, you should basically copy your competitors. Normally do 2 week tests, right? Copy your competitors, and then if that doesn't work, then you come up with new creatives and new angles, right? If copying your competitors does work, then you just split test those videos. Whenever you get an outlier, you split test, right? But that's basically the gist. First week, copy. Second week, new creatives. I had been copying, and actually my first two videos went viral. My first video got, um, what was it, bro? I think it got like 500K views, and my second video got a mil. Um, and then after that, it was pretty dead actually. Like I pretty much didn't um, get any more views, bro. So I started testing all kinds of angles, right? Things again, this angle had never been done before. So um, yes, there was people running the V12 watch, but there wasn't people running this watch. I was the first person on it. I had a couple people follow and copy me. Um, so I had to come up with new hooks and new ideas, right? So we got this one. This is I didn't come up with this. This is actually that got me a million views. Um, it's Jacob from Jacob and Co. and he's the hook, and it's like, how much is your watch? And it's like $1 million or it's like 3 mil or something, whatever, right? Super expensive, fucking dumbass looking Bugatti watch, right? And so people were shocked, and then I'd show like making the watch, right? It'd probably be good for creative in here, but you get the gist. If you organic dropshipping, that's what this is. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Building the watch, and then I would just showcase the watch. So I didn't create this concept. The concept I copied. However, I found a new stitch clip, right? Some dude with a Richard Mill, and some fucking three cars in the back. Expensive watches. Same concept is different hook. We got the res comment the hook is buying mill. That was I came up with that all on my own. I would just sit and kind of brainstorm ideas for a while, or when I'm doing things like on my run, or just throughout the day, come up with ideas to make new creatives. Right? Since my first two videos went viral, I already made a nice little chunk of cash. Right? So I knew that I had to come up with something new, and it would make money because it was already proven, right? Since I already had made money. So that, and then this is literally just me like showing the watch off in nature. You know what I mean? Pretty simple. There's nothing special about that. I've seen that video work really well for other people or just normal watches. Also, I found ideas through a optimized for you page, right? So I would get my for you page in the car niche, right? And then I could just scroll for video ideas. I would also search different keyword searches around watches or around cars and find video ideas that way. So then we got another 450K Richard Mill hook. Same concept as these kind of. By the way, if you look at this, it looks like a Richard Mill knockoff. So it's actually impressive that this was able to make money. Um, this same concept as this, and then this was a like punny manual transmission hook, right? Like him moving gears, the inspiration, and then the outcome, and I would just show the watch. And then I don't know what this creative was. I can't remember. This was a while ago, by the way. This is 2 or 3 months ago. So yeah, basically you either have to hit a new angle with existing rod, or you have a different rod can hit a proven angle. And with this prod, I had a new prod. I was the first person on this new prod and a different angle than anybody else. I wasn't hitting the car niche. I was hitting the manual transmission car. I know it's super different, but it's more neat, and it's why this did well for me. So those are the first two pieces of this, and then this last piece is gonna be this is where some sauce is. So I should have said this earlier in the video. What are we? About 10 minutes in. I should have said this earlier in the video, but this is some fucking sauce, okay? This last piece is actually what is completely transformed my game in the organic dropshipping space. Plus a little. So we got brand IG. So you're like, well, why does that matter, right? Like my IG account only, this is to date. I took the screenshot right before this. 154 followers, right? Obviously, I stopped doing this, I don't know, 2, 3 months ago, probably 3 months ago at this point. Stopped running it. Why does branded IG matter, Kalan? You don't have a branded IG right here. That's because I got an email on May 27th. So how many months ago was this? 4 months ago, or 3.5 months ago. This was a while ago. This was early on when I was doing this. Some dude actually ripped he was ripping all my content, right? His name was Volanti Watches. As you can see here, it says Volanti on the screen right here. Um, I ended up getting this comment from this guy on my website. He was like, "Yo, I found a guy stealing your content on IG, DMCA his ass. He went viral, made 10K, right?" Um, I'm like, "Thank you, bro. You know, blah 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 blah, whatever." He gave me his handle. I did try and like report him for my content, and it didn't work, unfortunately. Anyways, so he ripped my videos, right? And he had an account with 20K followers, and he was selling like Seiko mods. So his account was already in the watch niche, and he ripped my video and pulled 20 million views. Now, I would love to show you guys his account, but he already re-archived it and he's using it for another product, right? If you know about organic dropshipping, you build these IG accounts and then you recycle them for new prods, and you just keep recycling them, right? If they're in the right niche. You can do it without them being in the right niche, but it takes a lot of time and it doesn't work as well. Um, so yeah, he basically started ripping all my videos. He pulled 20 million views, and this product converted for 1K per mil for me. I'll show you guys my screenshot. My conversion rate was complete dog shit. That's because the first video that hit 500K was hitting the super woke liberal angle and not the car niche angle. And then later on, the second video, the Jacob and Co angle, or the Jacob and Co vid, that got a million views, hit that angle better, but that was a million views and it made 1K. The first video made no money. And then later on, actually, I had a video that got 120K views, and that actually made me another 1K. Um, so that was pretty crazy because that was technically, I mean, if it got 100K and it made me 1K, it's 10K per mil, but that's outrageous because this product does not convert that well when I got a million. That's another thing that I'm going to drop some sauce on is it's never really about the product, it's about your angle. And certain angles are going to convert higher than other angles, right? I had 3 videos go viral on this prod, only 3, and each video converted differently because it was hitting a different angle, right? So you guys just need to keep that in your mind when you're testing creatives. If you see the dumbasses who put um, bro, I don't even know what kind of videos, but stupid stuff in the background, like you put Diddy in the background or you put condoms in the background. Everybody in the comments is talking about Diddy and condoms, okay? Nobody's actually talking about your prod. And then those people have like a $10 per million view conversion rate, okay? That's why their CVR is so bad. Um, my CVR was bad on one video because it hit the wrong audience. Then it was decent on another. I mean, I wouldn't say 1K per mil, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the next one technically was 10K per mil. So if you just hit the right angle perfectly, it's going to convert really well. And basically, this guy ripped my video that got 1 mil on TikTok, and he pulled 20 million views on it on IG. And so on the low end, he made 20K. That video converted 1K per mil for me, so technically it would be 20K. But if it converted higher for him, um, he would have made more money. So then you're like, okay, well, how much money did you make? I only made 2 bands from this product. And you're gonna be like, bro, that's clickbait. Sure, you could consider that clickbait, but I made 2.2K on this prod. I know this says 365 days, but clearly you can see it was only over like a 2 month span. Um, only 21 sales, 2.2K, high ticket prod, 50% margins. Um, But yeah, so I made 2.2K and I lost 20K because I didn't have a primed IG account. The dude who ripped videos from me did. I, I was fucking pissed, bro. I mean, I was fucking pissed. I missed out on so much money just because I didn't have an IG account with 20K followers and he did. That's bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, I was super pissed. And since that day, I've grinded out. I have 3 of them here. These are 3 of my primed IGs. These are old screenshots, but these are 3 different accounts. Um, I think I now have 5 primed IGs. I have two at 20K followers, um, two, one at 12K, one at 16K, and then one at 8K. Then I have it at 1.6K. That's 10 clicks. That's 6 accounts. And before, this is my highest follower account, was 154. So like I took that shit personally, and I started priming out G's out of my ass. I've probably made around 25 accounts now. I've tested all kinds of concepts. I found the banger concept. Um, Nikolai, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, bro. He put me on game, and I ran with it. And ever since then, I've been just priming IGs out of my ass, pretty much, basically. And I have so many accounts now that I don't even have products for all of them. It's actually pretty crazy. They're kind of just sitting there. So yeah, I only made 2.2K with this product, but the product did generate 22.2K in total, plus some. I mean, every video that dude had was getting like between 20 and 100K views, while my videos were stuck at 1800, 1200, 3200, all on IG. It was bad. The account was healthy. I mean, this is a healthy account, don't get me wrong, but um, he was converting way higher, or not converting way higher, but getting way more views because he had a high follower account. So if you took one thing away from this case study, or two, there should be two things that you took away from this case study. If you're a beginner dropshipper, you most likely don't have primed IGs. This is a very important thing. As much as your product research and making content is, you need to start doing growth on the side. I'm not gonna tell you how to. There's methods. It's just testing. Like I said, I probably made 18 niche growth accounts before I even got one to hit. I've made probably 25 in total, maybe 30. I don't know, a lot, bro. I've made a lot, and I've tested a lot, and I've spent a lot of time, and that's why I have 6 IG accounts now. All primed as fuck. That's how it works, right? Right? In the time, and you get the. So it should be you get a primed because you will get shafted on you. You will lose, and you will not go viral much. IG is a better form than TikTok. You consistently go viral and converts better. There's just it's all around better. So you need a primed IG, okay, and the other variant thing is branding. This random watch, this random watch. I'm talking random ass watch. Only did good, bro, because I branded it as something that people really resonated with. I put a story behind this watch by using the manual transmission, and people wanted to buy it just because of how good the branding was, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say my conversion rate was good. You can't see it, bro. It was like 0.14. Okay, I mean you can just tell 15K sessions. But like I said, I had a lot of sessions from that video that hit the wrong audience. That's another thing you should be taking away from this is as much as your product matters, video content matters much, bro. Because if you hit the wrong angle, you will not make sales. I remember I had like bro, I'm not even lying. I think it was like 10K sessions and one sale. And I was texting my mentor. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, dog, that's I don't even remember what he said, bro. I don't know. He dropped some sauce for sure. I don't remember what he said. And it was all because I hit the wrong audience. Then I pull a million views on the right audience. Okay, I have 1K. And then later on, um, I get 116 views, and I make money off that. And that was 10 times less views than the million views. It's just all the angle. So 3 takeaways are angle and concept matter tremendously. Okay, you can have a shitty prod. This is a terrible product. I'm sorry, this is a terrible product that generated over 22K in sales. This is a terrible product. What is this, bro? What is this? Some random Richard Mille skeleton knockoff from TEMU, okay? And it made 22K, okay? Like let's not say you're acting 22K is a lot of money because it's not, but this just goes to show that you can make money with pretty much anything in organic drop. You just on your market, okay? Branding, creatives, brand angles, and prime veggies. Okay, those are the 3 things that you should learn from the video. Really hope. If you're to the channel, drop I've been documenting every single day of my organic dropship journey since day one. There's a the pause there. I may post week one. It's not like consistent, but that's happened before, and it's still grind as the rule. Back in the day, I was doing this. I didn't have these. Now I have six of these. And now it's sometimes easier for me. All I have to do is find the right products, throw it on the right account, right? And it's pretty much game time. That's just how it is now. It's a different ball game when you have prime edges. It's really the advanced way to do it. So obviously, once your content's good and all these other things, right? I don't know what audience this is hitting, right? If you're a beginner dropshipper, I'm sure this will be helpful. I'm sure all this info is very helpful if you're a beginner. If you're intermediate, the branding part is probably best to you. Maybe some of the creative stuff. If you're intermediate, you should probably have some prime edges. And if you're a really good organic dropshipping, I think the branding would be the only thing that is maybe insightful to you because it's sit here and say the brand is crazy, right? Right? Even like have screenshots from my website or anything, but it just goes to show that with a creative mind and a good angle, a unique mechanism to sell the products that is complete hot dog shit, you can make a lot of money. So, yeah. Although also, if you don't believe me that this happened, I don't care, honestly. I don't build my YouTube channel to sell you a mentorship or blah 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 blah. Like I said, I would have a screenshot. How much? We're at 21 minutes. Okay. Um, I would show a screenshot of his account, but I literally just went and looked. I looked a while ago, and it's rebranded. It's gone. If you don't believe me, fine. I don't care. That just hurts you more than it helps you. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anything to sell you, so there's pretty much no reason to not believe me. This is all good advice and information for you, and you should apply this to what you're doing right now in organic dropshipping, right? I mean, honestly, if you're a paid ads guy, I don't know why you're watching this. Maybe you want to branch into organic. Um, Having a prime IG is very important. Obviously, if you're a paid ads guy, you should know about branding because that's very important for what you guys do. As it is organic, but you can make a lot of money without branding in organic. It's the name of the game. So yeah, boys, that is how I made 22K with organic dropshipping, selling a random watch from TEMU. Drop a sub if you're new here. I post pretty much every day, and I will catch y'all boys. More case studies coming soon.